wanderings. Today we'll be travelling along the Wakefield Line from Doncaster to Leeds, where I'll be jumping off at each station and giving a little bit of information about those stations. And since we're starting in Doncaster, Doncaster is one of only 9 stations in the country with platform 0, or at least that's what Wikipedia says. And Jeff Marthor and Numberphile have made a video about visiting each one in a day. So let's enjoy the journey. So here we are at Bentley, the first stop after Doncaster, less than a minute away from Doncaster actually, which is Park and Ride station, opened in 1993. 2 platforms and operated by Northern, or Travel South Yorkshire actually. Each platform, as you can see, has a little shelter. Doncaster is literally just over a minute down that way, and I have to say, you've got to love a level crossing. So here we are at Adwick, also opened in 1993, with 2 platforms, but this time I believe operated by Northern Railways. Or at least it is if that signage is correct. The current station, opened in 1993, is a new build to replace the The current station was as I say, opened in 1993, built to replace the old station, which was known as Carcroft and Adwick, opened in 1866 and closed in 1967, of which just this building survives. So here we are at South Empsall. The original station here was opened in 1866 and built out of the local sandstone, and the operators in infinite wisdom decided to pull it all down in the 1980s or early 1990s and replace it with yikes, to be honest. I suppose while I've got a few minutes at South Empsall Station, let's talk about this that you may have noticed I wear. I mean, mainly I wear it at the moment to keep my microphone on, but what it actually is sunflower lanyard that people like myself who have invisible disabilities, in my case autism, and get disturbed by trains, can wear to indicate that we may need additional consideration or help in shops or travelling by public transport, as I am today. Unfortunately, during the last year or so, a lot of people have become aware of them, and they think that because you can get one of these, you don't need to prove anything to get one. It means you don't have to wear one of these, which is my face covering. This has severely devalued these sunflower lanyards, severely. People ignore them now. I've been on several trains today, and the people on the train haven't even acknowledged that I'm wearing one, which is a little unusual, but to be expected. I believe that the people who wear these, just as an excuse not to wear these, are the most selfish, awful people in the world. If you are one of these people, stop it, just stop. Thank you. So here we are at Fitzwilliam Station, which opened in 1982, replacing the former Fitzwilliam Halt, which ran from 1937 to 1967 from the other side of the bridge. You can see just in front of us. Next stop, Sandal and Agbrigg. Okay, here we are at Sandal and Agbrigg, which originally opened in 1866 as just Sandal. That station closed in 1952, and the current halt was opened again in 1986. Okay, here we are at Wakefield Westgate, first opened in 1856, only to be demolished for a rebuild in 1866 for a bigger station, which was reopened in 1867 as a beautiful Victorian building, of which there is not a great deal remaining, possibly these buildings here. The station was rebuilt again in 1967 to show off some good old-fashioned British Railways austerity, which is where we get the structures and things over on platform 1 there, and they are fugly to say the least. And that 1967 station was refurbished again in 2007, giving a new entrance to the station off the actual street of Westgate and a purpose-built new booking hall and waiting rooms. So here we are at Outwood, our penultimate stop of the day, which unsurprisingly is another wooden platformed halt with just shelters and a dot matrix to show that there's even a station here. Outwood was originally opened as Loft House in 1858 and later changed to Loft House and Outwood in 1865, and that station closed in 1960. The current Outwood station was opened in 1988 and is primarily used as a park and ride for commuters travelling into Leeds to work. Leeds being where we will finish our journey today. It's a very nice and rural looking area this, considering we're just outside two fairly large towns, well, cities I suppose, Leeds and Wakefield both being cities. This is actually a quite pleasant rural feel to the area. It's nice, I like it. So here we are in Leeds, the final stop in today's little adventure, preparing to go back home. Leeds Station was originally built in 1834 with many additions over the period between that and a full rebuild in 1938. The station buildings took heavy damage during 1941 during the Blitz, and in 1967 the entire station again had another rebuild to, well, I'll put it this way, I'm on platform 11C and there is at least 5 more over there. Higher numbers. The station was electrified in 1988 and again in 2002 to accept more platforms, because this is such a major hub. There was a major rebuild in 2002 with a south entrance added in 2016. Thank you for joining me on the adventure. It's been fun. If you want to know more about Leeds, I will link to another YouTube channel called Adventure Me, who does a lot of rail and infrastructure videos in and around Leeds. It's very good. I find it quite entertaining. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you've enjoyed this video, I shall leave my Ko-fi link in the description below, and I will put the link to Adventure Me on the end plate. Again, thank you for coming, and love your face.